Sega being a conglomerate of a company, it's surprising seeing how they haven't released a fighting game yet. Now yes, they released other versions of that, like a racing game or an RPG game, but I think their company would benefit the most if they released a fighting game. Something else to consider is that we're only looking at the first Smash Bros game. Don't worry, I'll be looking into the second and third one eventually, but for now we're going to look at the first one. 12 characters, so that it doesn't wear me out as much, and there's a lot more room for more characters along the line. Now, someone's already made a video like this, and while I do agree with most of the points, I think I want to add my own characters into the game, such as Sonic. One obvious choice to pick. It would make the perfect sense for Sonic to be inside. Sega's current mascot. Why else would it be inside? Use his Super Smash Bros moves as an example. Now I like Sonic, but screw Sonic for a minute because there's other characters we can consider as well, such as II, basically the second face of Sega. I don't know what his moveset would be considering he's in a ball most of the time, but I think Sega could pull something off. Someone from the Knights franchise would also look good as well. They've just recently released a trademark for it, meaning a new game, maybe? I don't really know. But yeah, Knights would be a perfect fit. I haven't played his game, so I don't know what his moveset would be, but you know, it'd always be cool to see what he could do. I stuttered.
Oh my god!
However, this fighting game is trying to consider as much characters as possible, so we need someone from the Genesis era. And who else than Axel Stone, the character from Streets of Rage. Out of everyone on this list, he's probably one of the only fighters here. And it makes sense, he knows how to fight, he knows how to punch, he knows how to kick. I mean, I haven't really played his games, but I've seen footage and it looks obvious that he can fight. So yeah, he'd be a perfect fit as well. The same thing could be said for Goliath. I hope I spelled that right. One of the Genesis classic games. Plus he has an axe, he'd make a perfect addition. I always want to pick obscure franchises as well, like ones in Japan. So for this, I picked Phantasy Star's Alice. I didn't know which character from Phantasy Star to pick, so I just picked the first one. Alice is a sword, and in this game, she's the only sword fighter. However, in the other games, there might be more.
Jet Set Radio!
Yes, Jet Set Radio. And who else other to represent the franchise other than Beat? He's basically the franchise's mascot. He has rollerblades, which could be his sprint animation. But I don't know what his attacks would be, but Sega could just go all out on this one. And the last person I picked was Red. From Gunstar Heroes, of course. Here's a flamethrower. What else do you need, basically?
At worst, maybe just burn a nigga alive accidentally on camera.
Now these are the default characters, but I decided to do the same thing as Smash Bros. And add unlockables. Tails, Sonic's right hand man. He's like the Luigi of the Sonic franchise. He could use some moves from Sonic, but not all of them, as he will have creative moves, and a better final smash, where he will use a tornado. Alex Kidd, Sega's original mascot. He would just be the perfect choice to have Sega's current mascot and Sega's original mascot fight each other. Oh yes, Crazy Taxi, and who else other than BD Joe? I don't know what moveset it could be, but Sega could go all out on this one. He'll be like the Captain Falcon of the group. Last but certainly not least, Ulala. She'll be a dancing fight, with all of her fighting moves representing dancing, in some way anyway. And this is it. This is the final roster. I decided to do a character selection screen, and I even blurred it out a bit, just so it looked authentic. Now, with all that in mind, I want to touch upon a few characters who didn't quite make the cut, such as Dr. Eggman. Actually, no, I didn't even consider him. I must have forgot all about Eggman. Oh, sorry. The second one was Knuckles. I wanted to add Knuckles, but there was a concern of adding too much Sonic characters in the first game. I decided to keep it light. I also wanted to add Bayonetta, but considering she's not part of the early Sega days, it would be weird to add her. Same thing for Joker. So that's it. This is my Sega Smash Bros. And don't worry, we're going to get into Melee and Ultimate. But for now, this is the original 12 who's going to be inside every Sega Smash Bros. Game. Let me know who you want to see inside Sega Smash Bros. And with that, I'll see you later.